Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the New Orleans Saints. I'm Brandon Godden. As always, by my side is Charles Davis. So the final tune-up for the regular season, and probably not going to really see much starter action out here in this one, are we?
You're right. Not much in the way of starters, key veterans, key backups, but the guys who have to make the team, struggling for those few spots that are open, we'll see them the entire time. But you and I both know this as well. There will be a surprise cut or two from guys who didn't actually play in this game tonight thinking that they were safe.
All right, looks like you have to watch out for Michael Thomas. Focal point for the starting of this preseason game. It's not a preseason game, so the starter's only going to play the first quarter. Let's see a little bit of Jacoby Brissett. A lot of minutes. The Saints did score. We're going to dive in here.
Lutz now to kick this one away.
All right.
Fielded about a yard deep.
Now the defense holds up.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. Commanding the offense will be the 7th overall pick in the 2018 draft. It's Josh Allen.
Yeah, 99 throw power. Wow.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground, this is T.J. Yeldon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
47's the mark.
On 2nd down and 4. Allen and the grab by Croft. 7 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down. Now let's take a look here at the Bills offense.
In the NFL, we love to talk about bloodlines and how important they can be. And for Zay Jones, he's got a terrific one. His dad, Robert, longtime linebacker in the NFL, big time with the Dallas Cowboys. And his uncle, Jeff Blake, a starting quarterback in the NFL at one point. What if he played catch with Uncle Jeff in the backyard a few times growing up?
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Allen. Over the middle, it's complete.
And stop the Bills.
About the 44 as they stop him short of the They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big time races.
3 yards of carry.
To a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Play action now. Brissett. On the check down, he finds Kamara. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Number 5 is Jacoby Brissett. Not a lot of yards.
Now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Brissett. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Oh, no.
Picked off at the 36. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is
Eric Cook can hold on to that ball.
Let that happen, guys. Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
A first down carry for Henry. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Cameron Jordan is not one of those versatile defensive linemen who can play all up and down the front. Whether he's playing tackle or end, he knows how to make plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Allen. And this one caught by Beasley.
Oh, Beasley going to get in the end zone.
Into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. From 19 yards away, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Bullock good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position.
We're tied at 7, guys.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out. Right?
Nice run by Alvin Kamara.
If you have a candy
over 4 yards of carry.
It balances it out.
4.1 yards of carry.
Right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
To throw, Brissett. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield.
Michael Hyde with the interception.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Brissett.
Being tentative from this point forward.
What happened there?
Still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And the big
But the Rankins got in the backfield real quick.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Fighting through it, he's got space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down.
Got Derrick Henry.
The 20. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they
What's Tennessee doing now resigning Derrick Henry?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one.
They get in the backfield.
The guys who threw it.
Cameron Jordan and Alexander Loney.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So 2nd and goal, and the big man Henry alone in the backfield. That's caught.
Oh, he's wide open.
For Bills touchdown.
Wide open.
4 yards on the touchdown grab, as his guys have now moved out in front. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
Let's go out 14-7.
Send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Kobe Brissett letting us down.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Jared Cook, the tight end, was the target. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Brissett now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ed Oliver breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Brissett, and he slings one that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That 5 or 10. Started off good.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyler Croft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Draw play. This is Yeldon. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Allen off the play fake. And able to find John Brown. And all the way
what's
down
going
to
on?
the 40-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. And even
I don't know what's going on here.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
All right, the backups are out there. Let's see how the backups do.
First throw for the backup, Jackson. Out of the backfield, it's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play action. It's Jackson. No, Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this
Jackson
case,
taking off.
The teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Jackson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot, because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
And Bullock will put this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the
And then
27-yard
Rashad,
line.
like a move.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On the draw, Rashad, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rashad. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the set. Mark 49. Here we go. Big River.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, but it'll be 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, he would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape. I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah,
what happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And the good news, his team's winning. The bad news, he hasn't had the game that he's hoped to, at least to this point here in the second quarter.
And a lot of that is pride, because these types of backs want to be in the center of all the action and leading their team to victory. They'll take the win right now, hoping to jump his game up as this one moves on.
He probably wants a little bit more of the spotlight going forward. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the delay, it's Howard. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Bills on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Jackson, and this is going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
Taken in at the 22. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take
All right, Bryan
over
Ryans, we got to see something out of you guys.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with a backup Murray. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
18 Gator.
2nd and 9 now. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
60 Pittsburgh.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took
For
their shot.
Taysom Young.
It's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards.
I don't know. Johnson was tackled.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
I don't think he ran to the kicker. He ran into the blocker.
Got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now Howard. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson finding Knox there, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. This quarterback now just 3 of 6 throwing it, but that last completion gets a 1st down. Four yards on the dump off at 2nd down. From the 45 on 2nd down. Jackson, quick hitter here, it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go counter with Howard. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Roughing the kicker, that is in the butt.
Keep it on the ground. This time it's Yeldon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now it's Jackson. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
No doubt about it.
Watch the quarterback taking off.
And he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time.
Slant. Watch the slant.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Now it's Jackson rolling to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hand. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. So a fake field goal run in for the touchdown. That can be a huge momentum swing.
And that's got to drive a defensive coach and a special teams coach crazy. Someone else running it in on a fake field goal when you're supposed to be alert for it. Terrific play by the offense, not so much by the defense.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Latavius Murray getting set to go again. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm?
Bryan Ryans.
They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had
What is
multiple.
Bryan Ryans doing?
With a conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Accelerating, and off he goes.
Hey, Sean Younger.
New Orleans. A big play there. 73 yards as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Jordan Howard and the rest of the offense heading back out there. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first.
All right, Saints defense got to hold them to no points.
Jackson from the shotgun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now Jackson. And he floated one out there incomplete. Ray McLeod, the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got
It's on
running
third
the
interception.
team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Here's 2nd and 8. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now.
Bryan Ryans does not look good out there.
In this first half. Back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to get the first down, it looks like, as he's up to the 12. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson, and it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Jackson now. That one complete to Yeldon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step, like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Running with Howard. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
How's Howard getting it?
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
And Yeldon.
And that's caught by Beasley. And this is going to be
Beasley's still doing
down
out
as the
there.
tackle's made at the Saints 42.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Murray. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage will be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know.
Why is this running back, this quarterback running all over us?
As a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Howard. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming. To throw is Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. He may try
Jackson gone.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 23.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Howard.
Nice handoff.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. To throw on 2nd and 6. Jackson, that's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
I think I want to trade you the Kobe Brissett. This quarterback from Buffalo.
7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson, steps away, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Jackson to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there, but now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Bullock's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 20.
I'm by 17.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here.
I think
And with
Bryan
this
Ryans going to have to
deficit,
stick
you
with
can't have too
being
many more
the
drives
backup
like the
QB.
last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
To throw again on second down. Jackson out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll give to Howard. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
In the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
44's the mic. 44's mic.
Now Jackson. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. On second down now, it's Howard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how
nice run.
the pitcher gets a base hit,
Latavius Murray.
his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second down and inches. And Josh Hill has it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. He'll look to throw. He'll swing this one out to Richard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he fires one incomplete. The Saints on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
They'll try and run for it. And he will
nice. Got the first.
He's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They're going to look to throw. That one complete to Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. Go. 90 Wolf. Come on.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's a screen to Richard. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. And he locates Josh Hill, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. This is Richard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Let's go now. 60 or 15. Check my 15. Hey, 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 hey.
2nd and 13. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Get off the field.
Come on, Bryan Ryans, show me something. Nice pass. Oh, nice play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 21 yards away. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first.
Down by 10.
Second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air. And that
Come on, Bryan Ryans.
To get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll run on first down. Richard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. On first down, Richard. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll find his running back here, Richard. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught, the tight end Hill. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Richard. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He is going to find Hill here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 44-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he works it past the 30.
Bryan Ryans coming along now.
17 there in a New Orleans first.
He just takes a while to warm up.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic,
That
and it's
pass.
intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Final tune-up here before the regular season. And look, we know how much talent this guy has, but those are the mistakes he's going to have to avoid when the regular season does begin.
Because as a high draft pick, you're expected to be the guy sooner rather than later. And what they want to see is that you've absorbed teachings from the first 3 games, and now you look maybe not a finished product, but a guy now who is trending towards being the man for your football team.
15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. On first, they go right back to Howard. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Howard, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause of the action. A timeout here defensively.
44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Howard. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Throwing now is Jackson, and that is incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Get ready.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by 10, 1:39 to go. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10.
65.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll drop to throw. And this one's incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. It certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. And even 40 yards. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside.
No, Chase Young, you can't be getting hurt.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on 1st down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
He'll drop to throw. This one caught by his tight end, Mack. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 2-yard touchdown grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
onside kick opportunity here.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.
All right, let's look at some stats here. Bryan Ryans, 54 completion percentage, 50%. 3 touchdowns, an interception, 40%, 2 interceptions. Wow. 19-35. Jackson. That's Allen for the best QB. 2 touchdowns. Tyree Jackson. Buffalo. 8 carries for 85 yards. Fumbled twice. Howard. 4 points, 10 yards. Carry, Jalen Fry, 4.2. Henry.